then that late situation with the technical foul, I guess what was going on there, and
that's a, not that I've been around forever, but I have enough experience in my 7th year. Jacobson of year 1 or year 2 maybe would have reacted that way, so that's a mistake, and that cost us a possession at an important time in the game, and that won't happen again. It hasn't happened in my 7 years, and it won't happen again. That was a mistake.
I mean, do you feel like that was a pretty big turning point?
But it gave them an extra possession with 35 seconds left. So yeah, that 2 points was big. It was a 2-point game. So if we press them, you never know, you tip it, you get a turnover, and then we can tie it. And that happened later. We ended up not getting the basket. It got blocked, but there's a chance we get a turnover. Or you foul them, and you still have 25 seconds probably. You can run 10 seconds, you foul them, they've got to make 2 to get up 4. If they only make 1 and 2, it's a 1-possession game. So that did not help us win.
Even beyond that, though, it seemed like they had an answer every time you guys tried something. You guys started trapping them aggressively. It seemed like they just had one more play than you guys did.
They played really well. In the first half, they made threes. And they're a good 3-point shooting team. So I was surprised that they were taking those threes and that they made some. But their center made one from the wing, and he hasn't made a lot this year. And they banked one in. Those obviously help him. It doesn't take away from how well they played, but those were some shots we wanted them to have to take. If the bank shot doesn't go in, they've only got 29 and a half, and we gave them one backdoor layup that I think we could have taken away. So not terrible defensively the first half. The second half, I thought we really competed hard. We fought hard. We got the ball into the paint a lot. Threw it in there. We drove it in there. We got to the free throw line. Did the things that we wanted to get done, and especially in the second half offensively. But they were good tonight. They answered when they had to.
Did you sense any complacency with that big lead early?
No, I did. They started to make some threes after that, Carson, and I probably should have moved our guys out a little bit. They cut that lead pretty fast, and it was mostly 3-point shots. And then their defense settled in a little bit. We wanted to score in transition. We wanted to score or get touches inside. And they missed early. They missed 5, 6, 7 possessions. They had missed shots. So we were able to go in transition and kind of get them out of sorts, and we got some 3-point shots because of it. When they started to score, that took away our opportunities in transition, and we stood around a little too much in the first half offensively. In the second half, whether it was transition or half-court offense, we were pretty good in the second half of our offense.
As far as postseason prospects, whatever they may be, how does this game and this loss kind of affect it if you're thinking that far?
You want them all in the right column, and this one is no different. This was one that obviously you want in the win column, because then it helps your whatever chances they may be to whichever tournament. It helps. So from that standpoint, big picture standpoint, yeah, I'd rather have it in the other column. It doesn't. I told the guys after, it doesn't change how well we're playing. We played good tonight. We weren't great, but we played good, and we really fought hard. So nothing changed in terms of that. And I told them we'll go back into league play, and we've got 80 minutes left, starting with the 40 on the road. So confidence stays up. Keep playing with that momentum we've got, and get ready to play our best game against Southern. But certainly, Carson, yeah, we'd rather have it in that other column.
How big was it to not have AJ in the final stretch there?
Yeah, his experience, the way he's played, he's been good for us for a long, long time. But the way he's played in the last couple of weeks, how well he's played and what he's done, not having his experience on the floor, may have hurt us some. But at the same time, I'd rather have him out there. Right? I'd rather have him in the lineup and on the floor because he would have helped us win tonight. The guys that were in there, Bo playing all those minutes, the guys did a good job without him, and we had a chance to win.
What's the nature and the severity of his injury? Do we know?
I just got a quick word from our trainer, deep thigh bruise, and it was just a real quick word as I was walking by him. I asked how he was doing. So he'll get treatment, a lot of treatment tonight, tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have him in practice when we go back to practice on Monday.
Looked like the second half you were trying to run your offense through Seth. Was that part of the game plan coming out of it?
Yeah, Seth, Jake. My thought has been in playing against Denver now for the third time, playing against this style, you've got to score in transition and you've got to get the ball down on the block. You've got to force them to defend the ball when it's on the block. And we did a better job of that in the second half. the second half, we also drove it from the wing. We drove it into the teeth of their defense. And that's my feeling and experience has been that's the best way to play against them with our offense. And we didn't do enough in the first half. We needed to have 30 at halftime. We had, I don't know, we had 25. We needed 4, 5, 6 more points in the first half.
Was the offense in the first half when it kind of went to that lull, was it them kind of making those shots, and if they make shots, you can't go on the fast break, or was it the sets, or was it a mix of both?
A combination of both. You know, I didn't have them running the right things when they did make shots. When we were into our half-court offense in the first half, we weren't running the right things. I didn't have the guys in the right spots, and that slowed us down. In the second half, we were doing some things that were different, and we were pretty much every possession we had a good look in the second half. And then the other thing I'll say, in the second half, well, two things happened. One, you guys have already asked about. Denver answered when they had to, and they deserve credit for that. The other, we had the ball a couple times. Dion in transition, we were coming to cut the lead or take the lead into Seth, where we had it, and he was in deep, and he threw it, and they caught. There was a couple of key possessions where we could have gotten ourselves the lead, and that we couldn't quite get